Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Matthew, your somewhat muddled Dungeon Master for this evening. Before we jump into where we left off, a couple of things we want to shout out. First, we want to call out our friends at Little Dragon Corp. You can put exclamation point Little Dragon in the chat. Give you a link to their website. You can use the discount code PROBONUS, get 10% off your order. They ship global, so definitely check them out. You know them, we love them. We talk about their dice all the time. I really got to remember to hook up my little light again so you can see how pretty these are. These are like a red and green mix. They do a lot of real cool stuff, so check them out. Then we have our friends at Cardboard Castle Games based out of Evans, Georgia. You can put exclamation point CCG. It'll give you a link to their website. And if you happen to be local or traveling through the area, swing by at their brick and mortar location. Let them know that you heard about them through Proficiency Bonus, and you'll get 10% off your order with them at their physical storefront location. So definitely check them both out. We love them. You hear us talk about them? Let them know we sent you. And with that, we're going to jump right into last time. Well, actually, before we get into what happened last time, we're actually going to rewind time a little bit. As you can see, we have Murdoch and Artemis back with us. So before we get into where our party left off, we're going to turn back time a little bit before the arson that resulted in the cremation of Fabio's remains. Our cleric Lydia had cast Speak with Dead, and our party at the time, as we were down a couple of players, only came up with 2 questions. So we're back in that moment now as everyone is present. Murdoch and Artemis, what would you like to ask the corpse of Fabio?
Can I something out? Or was it only for those 2 since they weren't there?
Oh no, it's the party in whole. Again,
Okay.
When we mentioned bringing it back, it was specific because they weren't there. That's why I directed it more towards them. But if anyone in the party has more that they want to ask, if you guys have been talking about it, fire away. It's open to any.
So you said, what does he know about the Master, past and present? And I have another one. How did he know about the plane opening device? Was that a good one?
Sure. He might just say someone told me.
He
Probably his worm god.
I think I would change it to, what's your opinion of the Master, past and present? Because if he has one, that already answers that he knows him.
Okay.
I think that's what I would say. Like, do you have an opinion on the man known as the Master of Past and Present?
Okay, give me just...
Sounds good enough to me.
Should we ask him how he knew about the device, or do you think it's just from the worm fellow?
Well, again, you've got the total of 3 questions, or 3 remaining questions.
Well, if we don't have any other questions, just ask a free one.
What were the other questions?
One was, what possessed you? And he said, what possessed him to what? And I said, is Fabio's soul okay? And he said it moved to its next home.
What a dick. Okay.
Whatever that means.
Okay.
So what are we asking, folks?
Ask him the opinion, if he has an opinion on the Master, past and present, and I'll see what he says.
Yes.
So as you ask for, you ask about his opinion of the Master, past and present. A couple of moments goes by and you get a response. Interference.
Oh. Okay.
That's an interesting answer.
Knows him, and he keeps messing with their plans.
Well, we know he's up to something, especially with the dragon and all of that. So it's good to know that whoever Fabio served knows about him. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And as someone
That's where that knowledge came from.
Their side.
Yeah, I mean, if Fabio knows about him.
Should we ask him then, who he serves exactly, or should we just assume it's for Blue.
I'm assuming it's the medallion he was wearing with the
Oh,
three
right. I forgot about
snakes
that.
on it.
Here we got the squiggles.
Okay.
I never remember his name.
Paramore. That's all I remember.
Nah,
We
not
could,
really worth remembering.
We could try
He
to
goes by a
ask.
lot of names, the Writhing Prince, just like a whole bunch of spooky worm stuff.
We could ask how he met his master, or how they began working with each other. That might give us a clue as to how this guy is, the master is sort of operating. Like, does he speak to you in dreams, or does he have like an avatar, a person that he works through?
Yeah. Maybe we would know how to find him.
How many
something we want
questions are
to do.
we?
You have 2 left now.
2
Okay.
more.
Okay, sorry, I was under the impression that it was like a 3.
Well, we just asked.
Yeah, you had a total of 5. The party
Get
spent
5.
2 last time, which left 3.
Oh, okay.
So now we
Okay.
burnt 1, you get 2 more.
Okay.
So we could ask him, like, how would we word it? How did you first come into contact with your master? How did you come into the service of your master?
Okay, I like that. The service of your master.
How did you come into the service of your master?
Okay, so as you ask that question, another couple of moments goes by. And you get the response. He came to me in a dream. Gave me power.
Oh, ew, were you a warlock? Ew. That's gross. Warlocks are gross.
No, that's not our question. That's not our question.
Oh!
And there we
That
go.
was the side
Your spell.
Yeah, thankfully I can say whatever I want. Lydia is controlling this, but ew, warlock, disgusting. Work for your magic, you stupid man.
Oh my god.
God, all these beings out here giving magic to the dumbest of people. Truly,
That's probably why they did it.
Very.
I know. Varian was an intelligence warlock. He's
Yeah,
different.
right.
He's the exception.
Okay.
He was still kind of dumb
Yeah,
though. No, it's just a magic item. I don't want magic.
Oh, guys.
I'm not a warlock. One more. Ooh. What if we asked, like, will we ever see you again? In the sense of, like, is he gonna come back?
I mean, he might have more copies of himself.
True.
I'm not sure how that magic works.
I mean, and I feel like we'll find that out eventually. Wait, should we ask that? I don't know.
Either that, or what did he have to do in exchange for this power? Like, what was the deal? Do we know that?
Is that important? I would rather know if there's another one out there.
Okay.
Safety-wise.
True.
Is this the last time we're going to see you, Fabio? Do you have other yous running around?
When
Are you coming back for
beautiful
another season?
hair and your wormy body?
And I don't just mean on the cover of a romance novel. I mean in person, messing us up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Is this the last we're going to see of you?
So Lydia, how are you asking the question?
Oh, Lydia probably wouldn't do. Fabio, will we see you again?
A few moments goes by. His response. You will not see my face again.
I don't like that answer.
The worms are gonna get inside somebody else's skin soup.
Which is why Spider Furia, in the present, is currently freaking out even more.
Seeing his face again.
That
Was
gave
that
me
the
a
only-
shiver.
Was that the only flashback thing? Did you then, like, burn him after that?
Yeah.
Yeah, then,
Yeah, and then we.
So as we've revisited our questions from the past, we will now fast forward to where we left off last time. As our party had, after cremating the remains and getting a little bit of rest, decided to follow this strange slime trail into the sewer to see what had apparently escaped through Fabio's mouth and down into the sewer. Following the trail, some of the party just dropping into the sewer water, some making themselves bridges to avoid getting as dirty. But eventually the party made their way to a point where they found a grate up in the ceiling with a slight slanted wall leading up to it. They couldn't really see anything within, beyond to tell it was sort of a dark, stone-walled room with wooden rafters above it. Furia became a spider, crawled up and found some what looked to be bodies laying in the basement. She continued on her journey exploring, eventually finding this strange, almost sunken-faced individual without any real features to them. For those who have seen, like, Doctor Who, think of the minions of the Great Intelligence, those just white-faced creatures.
Great chins, though.
Oh, very. And as Furia crawled into this room, stepping over some silver thread, an alarm went off. This creature turned and looked, and as it looked, the jaw dropped, and this long, prehensile tongue came out, with what appeared to be a small image of Fabio's face on the end of the tongue. As this is happening, our party still waiting down in the sewers for her to report. A couple of them noticed that behind them, the sewage and the water running through the sewer had started to writhe. And again, with my speaking, that is writhe, not rise. It is moving. And that is where we're going to pick up tonight's episode. As we start immediately, I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative for me. As things are going to be happening on a timetable here. And one of you may or may not be in combat with the creature upstairs.
Ooh.
As you may not know if he's seen you yet, but he knows somebody just broke into the room.
Oh, great, I start with a natural one.
Oh no. That's terrible.
Also,
Well, hey, I started by forgetting my dice.
by the way, Matthew, I believe now my minimum persuasion check is like a 23 or a 24 now.
Okay, so in other words, I'm just going to stop asking you to roll persuasion checks.
My proficiency bonus went up, I believe.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Mhm.
So,
Ooh, that's exciting. Okay.
Okay.
so that actually means everything on, because I have the bardic, like, jack of all trades, so everything went up. Just everything. I'm just better.
Okay, so we'll start, anyone 20 to 25.
What do you take me for?
Okay.
Adequate? No.
15 to 20.
16.
18.
15.
Oh, wait, sorry, who had an 18?
Me.
Okay.
Optimus.
Fury, what was yours? 16?
15.
15. Okay, so Lydia at 16. Fury at 15. Okay, 10 to 15.
Yeah, I had a 13.
Okay, so we have a 13 for Rose. Murdoch, what were you? Oh, wait, I got to roll for Sarah. Oops.
Rolled a natural one.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back.
Where is... Okay, so... Where's... Oh. There's actually... Sarah is going to be taking points for the sewer group, but she rolled a 19. That puts Murdoch down here. Okay. So we will change up our music here a little bit as things are getting a little lively. And this is actually going to start upstairs with Furia and the individual in that room as it is looking around, and it is going to burn its turn trying to see if it can see anything.
Yeah, I just wrote tongue Fabio on my initiative chart. That's
Okay. So that is a nat 20 on the die. So as this individual is looking around, and Furia, you're starting to back up as you're hearing this and seeing this. You notice that the tongue turns and whips and looks down at you.
Oh, great.
So it seems to have noticed you. And is it's using its movement to get up to the door. So you're still like right under the door. It really can't get to you at this point. But it's going to be right up at the door and sort of reaching out, starting to open the door. And that will bring us to Sarah. So Sarah is down in the sewers with the group of you and is among one of the few that sort of called attention to the water behind you starting to rise. Almost look like it's boiling in this section. It's probably about a 7.5 to 8 foot by 8 foot section of this water. It's just looks like it's boiling, like the water's starting to bubble and almost move. What do we think Sarah would do?
shoot at the water.
Oh, okay.
Shoot at the water,
I mean,
or
why not?
try to get away
Yeah,
from at least where it is.
So right now, where this is, you
Doing a fun
all
dance.
went down. You're at a dead end in the sewer.
Oh,
There is
okay.
a grate above you. This writhing water is basically back the way you came. There is nowhere to go unless you can find a way to get through that metal grate in the stone wall.
Yeah, she'd shoot at it probably, or see if there's like a lock or something on the grate, maybe. That she could also equally shoot at.
Oh, okay, actually, let me do this. Sorry, folks at home. My screen's going to go a little wonky for a second because I did not think to pull up Sarah's sheet on this. There we go. Okay, this way I can try to send my rolls to roll 20. So we will have her make an investigation check to see if she can find anything on that on the sewer grate. So let's send it to roll 20. Yep. Okay, so she takes a few moments in her for her turn, runs over right up, sort of scrambles up this slight incline, and sort of throws a hand through and is hanging on this bar looking around, and is not able to find a lock. It seems to be that this grate is actually built into the ground. It's not meant to be an access point. It looks to like it's meant to be a specifically just a drain. And that will bring us over to Art. Likewise, down in the sewer, seeing this water writhing about 10 feet away from you.
Do I know that it's like water that has been altered in some way, or is it not really water at all?
You're not sure at this point. At this point, what you're seeing is the best way I can describe it to railroad mechanics is think of water that is rigorously boiling Or at that same point, if you've seen like nature videos with fish swimming right under the surface of the water and how you get that appearance of the water sort of bowing up. So it looks like it's either